Hello folks, and welcome back to SnowRunner. This is my own self-imposed hardcore mode. And we're back to Michigan because we have some missions to do. One thing that I have done since the last video is... Okay, we're tracking it. So I want to go to my global map. And I did take a vehicle over to Drummond Island. There was a mission over here where you had to come over here, and it's the mission that you do, or that we've done when we actually did this map the first time. And it was to come here and drive all the way over here and go there to discover the ship and the containers. You have to redo that mission, or I had to redo that mission. And I had to redo that in order to get all of the missions to show me what I needed them. Mainly for the cargo from the ship. Because it wouldn't show me where the oversized containers were or anything like that, and now it does. So I had to redo that mission, or I had to, redo that mission. And that's where we're at right now. One thing that I did do, I went ahead and loaded this with the service spare parts because I needed the truck. And I went and started setting up a bunch of different loads and staging them around the map so that I can make the deliveries. And I actually forgot I had this truck because those oversized containers need something that hauls 4 cargo slots. So I ended up buying 2 trailers because there's 2 containers and I didn't have anything to haul them. And that's against my rules. So I made a mistake when I sold all of the trailers before I left this map. I should have left 1 or 2 trailers behind. So I went ahead and I bought 2 trailers, and I decided, I'm just going to do the shipments, run the cement and the super... let me show you. The super order here. Run them in conjunction. And I'll use those 2 trailers, and I went down with those 2 trailers and I picked up all the concrete and brought it up, or all the cement out. And got everything loaded up, and I was like, it dawned on me that I had this vehicle. Like, well, this vehicle can haul those containers. So, what I did was got rid of all of the loads that I had already loaded up. And brought all the vehicles back. Sold the 2 trailers because it was against my hardcore rules. And I'm going to start this basically all over again. And this is the vehicle that I will send over to get the containers, and the rest will be done trucks with flatbeds on them. So we're going to stick to our rules. Now, if for some reason I can't load the containers onto this truck, then I'll have no choice but to buy a trailer, and I would just buy 1 instead of 2. I'm still going to double up on the loads, though. I figured up it will take most of the loads. It will... Whoa, easy, dude. Okay, that's a glitch that's been happening, and I don't know why. But you drive up on a truck that has the crane out, and it's happened to me a couple of times, and the crane has just went bonkers. Spinning around, and a truck jumping up and down, and possibly losing the load. So don't know what's up with that. Hopefully that will be fixed in the next update. will have to remember that for the future until it does get fixed. And while I was doing the cement, I ran into one time, I loaded cargo, or I was taking cargo off of the trailer, the flatbed trailer that I had. And when I unpacked the trailer, one of the cements fell through the trailer. So I thought that glitch had been fixed. Evidently, it is back with this update. So I'm sure it's being worked on. Let's see. I'm going to activate my anchors. I need my crane. Because right here, what I need for the logistics base, you can see it up there, is a fuel, one consumable, spare parts, and wooden planks. So I have the wooden planks, the spare parts, and the fuel. And I went ahead and put fuel on this truck because I need it for the next mission. And what I decided to do, instead of doing each individual mission by itself, I'm going to combine the missions and just do each individual area. So my next area that I want to take care of the loads, make sure it's swinging right, and let's yeah, let's go ahead and restore the crane and stop the engine, change the trucks, and then get this packed. Okay, nothing fell through, that's good. Nope, not remove cargo. Pack cargo. Alright, so we're good to go on that. And let's go ahead and move this up here out of the way so it doesn't cause any glitches. This is a long beast here. And stop the engine because I don't have a lot of fuel. Let's see. Trying to think what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'll go ahead and change trucks. And this one also needs a consumable on it. And I just screwed up. There we go. And activate the anchor, go to my crane. Rid of that menu. And I can actually run this back up to the garage and get some fuel in it. Sit down there, yep. And restore crane, unpack, and repack. So I'm going to take some of the fuel out of this and put into that truck. That way it's got a fuel tank, full tank going over, because I should have fueled it up when I passed the garage. I didn't think of it. So, move that around. Well, at least moving 9 gallons. So I may have to bring, and I do have a fuel truck sitting right up the road. Right now we're going to deliver to the logistics base, so I have everything I need for there. And for the logistics base, we're going to go up through here. And I'm going to try to go up here and see what happens. If nothing else, I'll flip it over and I'll bring a truck over here to flip it back and repack it. So I think I can make it. We'll just have to see. Come on, back down to first. And it will be a good test for this to test how tippy it is, because I will have containers on it from Drummond Island. And the road is not the best. Matter of fact, it's a pretty crappy road to get over and get the containers. And I don't know why this thing seems like it's lacking in power. But it suddenly seems like it doesn't have much power at all. It ran pretty good on Imandra. There's no damage to it. Unless something glitched and for some reason it put the small engine back in it. I did have that happen before the 5.0 update once. I'd upgraded a couple of trucks and I didn't play for like 2 days and came back to it, and for some reason the upgrades were not on the trucks. But it was the engine upgrades. All the rest of the upgrades were there. Alright, so here's my turn. And I need to stay, because it looks like there's a road on the left, but there's really not. What did I just do? Hit the wrong button. Come on. Well, it's not letting me put a point down. There we go. Don't know what that was about. Now it's not getting rid of that one. Let's go back to our map and clear them all out. Yeah, I know where I'm at now. I have the right path, so no need for that. Let's see if we're going automatic now. Still not going very fast, but it is going, so I'm happy with that. And if I have issues, it should be right about here. But I'm going to try to mitigate those issues. Stop. Let's get our winch hooked up. And I guess go with that tree. Come on, don't go over. There you go. Be careful to stay out of that box over there on the right. Okay, that stage is complete. Drilling spare parts. I don't think I needed anything with, well, it doesn't matter, I don't have a crane. So if you go in that box right there, it'll repair your vehicle. And I don't want this vehicle repaired because that will cost me $10 a repair point. Now, I think it's only 1 point, but so far in the game I've only did, see, I had 30 points that was repaired by accident because I went into a box to load up and it repaired my vehicle automatic. So I'm $300 in the hole. But that's all I've used. And I still have not used any fuel from a fuel station. Okay, let's see if it's a reach. Nope. Okay, so it's not as tippy as I thought it would be. I've had bad experiences with that little corner right there. So I don't really like it. Makes me nervous. So I don't know if you have to actually deliver these in order or not. It's saying stage completed, so we will find out later on. But Drummond Island is, or I mean, Island Lake is the next one I'm going to deliver to. So. And then we will do Drummond Island. I will take some supplies out there and pick up the 2 cargo containers. Or pick up one of them. So on that mission, it's an auto load for the cargo containers. I'm pretty sure because when I went out there to open up that mission, there was no box for manual loading. But I really won't know till I get over there. We want to take the right path back. That would be nice. And I have plenty of fuel, so let's share a little bit. That'll be enough. That'll get both trucks heading back up that way with ease. And I want to get this one back to the garage to make sure the engine is right. I really do like these big missions that they put in here. The super order and a lot of cement. It really extends the gameplay out a lot. And I'm back here on Michigan, which is a map that I love, or a region that I love. I don't know why, I just like the Michigan map's the best. Alright, so let's take a look at you, make sure you still had the... No, it does not. Alright, so that was the issue. Let's make sure the rest of this is good. Okay, yep, I wanted the bigger mud tires. Stock heavy, I wanted advanced heavy. That would have helped me out on that mission. And maybe I just didn't upgrade it all the way like I thought I did. So it's got the stock. Yeah, let's put those on it. And that's good. Get rid of those beacons. I hate the beacons. Kind of like that one because it might protect the front end a little bit. And I like the lights on this. Ram's not really worried about. And the color, I'm okay with it. Hey, I didn't put a bobblehead in it. So I'm running a hula girl. I don't really like that in some of the trucks because it kind of blocks the view a little bit. And we'll get the Freedom Bird. Alright, that's moving with purpose again. So let's stop you. And let's take a look at what we're going to do. So, our super order, we have the island lake. We need a fuel, a consumable, which I already have loaded up, and concrete blocks. So concrete blocks have all the way up here for it. And then while I'm at it, I also have cement that needs to go to Island Lake, and there are 3 of those. So I need 2 more vehicles. One with a cement and a concrete block, and then one with 2 cement. So what I'm going to take for that is, I got my buddy there, the Western Star. And let's see who else we're going to take. So I'm going to need something with a crane. Actually, I really don't need something with a crane. But since I do have something here with a crane, I really want to take this one through the swamp. I could put a crane on here. The problem with it, and I will show you, and like I've said before, in my hardcore mode I can't recover to the garage, but if I'm in the garage area, I don't consider that recovering to the garage. If I put a crane on it, here's the problem that I run into. So right now you see the, there we go, on the bed you have the 3 lights, 3 red lights. Right now it is between the 2 rear drive wheels, which means it'll be good and stable. But if I add the loading crane, it moves that out past the axle of the rear drive wheel, which means unstable. It means if I have a heavy load on here, the front end will tend to raise up and it doesn't steer as good. So I don't want to do that. But I do have 2 other vehicles with cranes that can load this one up. So what do I need? I need to get to the Husky forwarding. And I needed super order, I needed concrete block. And for the cement, I need 3 cement. So just making sure. So I'm full of gas. And let's start it out. So I'm actually going to be taking 4 trucks over there, and I'm just going to tow these together until I get to quarry, and then I'll separate them. Wow, that's going really slow. So that's going to take all day. So let's change our trucks. Stop the engine. Brake on, change trucks. And we'll just go ahead and take this one up and get the concrete blocks. And I'll come back and get the other truck. I think it'll probably be faster to drive them up individual. But anyway, I'm going to take the Western Star here, take the Azov, take the GMC, and I'm also going to take the F-150 or F-750 because I'm going to need the fuel when I get over there in order to get everything back. So that is my plan. Will it work? Who knows? Because I'm going to have to take these two trucks down into the quarry. And the quarry is not a fun place. This truck doesn't have an issue in it, but I've never taken the Azov down in the quarry. And sometimes it gets a little tippy. So we will see. Easy now. Just looking over my computer, not watching where I'm going. You'd think I would have learned by now not to do that when I'm going fast. So I have been thinking a lot about, you know, I've got the two playthroughs. I've got this playthrough where I'm doing the hardcore mode, and I'm actually enjoying doing that better than my other playthrough, which is pretty much anything goes. So I don't think that I'm going to post any more videos on that one, because it just seems like it'd be a little bit too easy after playing the hardcore mode. So once I complete these missions, I'm going to focus on doing the speed run. That and some Long Dark. Haven't played Long Dark in a while. And from what I understand, there's been some changes. So I want to get back into the Long Dark. And started saving up again for a steering wheel. So we'll see what happens with that. If I get that, I may get into some Forza. And I've got a buddy of mine that still plays Forza, and he said it's not as bad as it used to be. People kind of got bored with it, of going in and wrecking you and, you know, just doing everything they can to ruin your race. And I'm also going to start doing World of Tanks again. So I'm going to put some of that on my YouTube channel. The problem with doing that is I still haven't figured out if there's some way where I can still talk while playing the game, while playing World of Tanks, and not have all the other players hearing what I say. And I know there's, I saw a tutorial on how to use your phone as the recording, so that you can talk into your phone. But I don't think the program that I use to edit the videos will allow that. I don't know. I'm going to have to check into that a little bit more. Just been really crazy at work. And trying to edit videos and play games and do some stuff around the house. Work on vehicles. Sitting there trying to fall asleep the other night, and I was thinking, you know, if you could have a superpower, what would it be? If you could name your own superpower, other than being able to read people's minds, yeah, that would be my number one. The number two would be able to sleep for an hour a day and wake up fully rested, so you have more hours in a day. Call me no sleep man. It's amazing what you'll think of sometimes when you're trying to fall asleep. It's also amazing what you dream of sometimes while you're sleeping. I had a dream the other night that for some reason I was in a huge 4x4 out in the woods, and I had my cat with me, and there was a skunk that had fallen in love with my cat and kept opening the cat carrier and letting the cat out, and then getting in the cat carrier and rolling around in it, and I'm trying to get the skunk out without getting sprayed, but then the skunk wants to rub up against me and basically act like the cat because it was jealous of the cat. I'm gonna have to stop eating chili before I go to bed. Told y'all before, I'm a weird one. Alright, 52 gallons, I'm still good on gas. And if I wasn't, aha, I left the tanker up here. I forgot to bring you back. Let's see how much fuel you have. Refuel. Oh, I'm probably too far away. No, I gotta get in the Warthog. Well, I'm not worried about it now. Yes I am. Change trucks. How much fuel do I have in here? Ooh, I've only got 89 gallons, so I think I'll wait on that. And use that for the twin steer when it comes up here. I did spend about an hour or so and drove the F750 around this map. It runs good. The swampy area down there heading to Island Lake doesn't even slow that truck down. Wrong. Cargo first. So I needed concrete blocks. You got to put it up there before you put your anchors and get your crane out. Alright, so now we have everything we need for the super order. For Island Lake, we just need the 3 concrete or 3 cement loads. I'm going to head down there and pick those up. Some lights on here. And what I'll probably do for the rest of the loads is go ahead and set them up and station them, and just when I come back in the next videos, just jump into them and make the deliveries. But these deliveries are worth a lot, so I'll get a good bit of money from it. What I may also do is, well, I'm going to do, is in the hardcore mode here, I'm going to start doing some co-ops, helping people out, so that I can get enough money to get all of the trucks and all the upgrades. So when the next map comes out, I will have everything in the game. So I can pick and choose the vehicles I want. Because there's a couple of vehicles I could have really used on the last map, but I did not have enough money to buy them. And still enjoying the game a lot. In Mondra, that was a good map, but it had some areas that were just, seemed like they were overly tough roads to drive on. Which, you know, maybe that's what a lot of people like. Me, I'm all about the deliveries. You know, I don't mind making these huge deliveries like this, and I wouldn't mind doing each delivery by itself. But that'd probably add another 10 videos to this series, and it could get a little bit boring. But who knows, it might be boring already. I don't know. I'm having fun. But yeah, if there's anybody out there that wants to do a hardcore mode like I'm doing, I would recommend that you not sell all of your trailers. At least leave a couple. Yeah, it's the reason I'm having to take 2 vehicles or 3 vehicles over instead of 2. Is because I sold all the trailers. And I could buy them back, but I had said I would not do that, so I am not going to do it. I would still love to play the long dark on these maps. Doing some damage, but I am going to bring the 750 up here. And I passed it. How did I pass it? Talking and not paying attention. So we're going to go ahead down in there and get the first load of concrete. Cement, I mean. Keep saying concrete. Give this route a try. I don't often go this way because it's kind of tippy through here, but I think if I stay up here out of the tire tracks, I'll be okay. Yeah, no problems. Go around here, swing it wide. And down in the hole we go. I was just thinking I'd take this back up to the top and go get the other truck, but I need this one down here to load it. Oh, that's right. You don't get a manual loading for the cement. Cement is auto load only. So that'll work. Means I won't need a crane. And you can't you can't do this because all you can get here is a cargo container. So get you back up out of here. Gravity back you up. Quarry walls are messing with my camera. We'll go to the other side. Yeah, from what I understand, World of Tanks is not as bad as it used to be. With the trolls and stuff like that. It's still a pay-to-win game. I mean, you have to buy premium tanks in order to do well. But from what I understand, that has leveled out a little bit. I'm stuck on. Out of gas. But the F750 will be heading this way with a whole lot of gasoline. Alright, let's get our speed up. Right around the top here and not hit trees. That would help a great deal. And let's shit. Gonna let centrifugal force hold me up there a little bit, but keep knocking trees down. But we're okay. Stay. Alright, let's get you headed up there. Seems like daylight didn't last as long as it normally does. Probably because I was driving a lot. But what I'm going to attempt to do is for each one of the loads, use a different set of trucks. See if I can use all of my trucks. Or at least most of them. We can get pokey going here. Come on, Bob, push the accelerator. That's Bob. He's a trucker. Driving a slow truck. But I did want to see how this did in the mud over here. Man, I'd forgotten how slow this thing was. Going at 32 miles an hour. But it does have a big fuel tank. And it's not bad on gas. Something else once I complete all these missions I want to do on this profile is find all of the wolves, and there's a cemetery. I want to find the cemetery. I've never been there. I've only seen 2 wolves in this game. But my understanding is that there's a bunch of places where you can see wolves. Ooh, that wasn't very good. Bad driving, Bob. Every time I screw up, it's Bob's fault. Hey, let me know in the comments if you have a name for your driver. Or maybe you will name your driver. Tell me what you're going to name your driver. I started to call him Rasputin, but nah. I was in the army with a guy that him and his wife made a deal. If they had boys, he would name them. If they had girls, she would name them. And they had one kid named Rasputin. I think if I was the wife, I would have vetoed that. But then again, it's all a name is what you make of it. I know somebody that hates their last name because of their father. And you know, it doesn't matter. It's what you make of the name that matters. Yep, try this again. It's one of the issues with this truck is when you're on hills like that, steering it. Get my camera right. So hopefully I can get excuse me. Hopefully I can get around that one area and I won't have any issues. Could go up there. I don't know. I don't know about turning this truck though. This truck is not the greatest when it comes to turning, but I do have rocks here. So if I'm careful, famous last words, maybe. Come on, gravity. Gravity's not going to be my friend in that. So I have to use reverse. Oh yeah. Good truck. Alright, so I'm at my hour mark. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what I can do to improve. What do you think about this hardcore mode? And what do you think about my plan of just finishing out the hardcore mode and jumping back over into the speed run? Because I was actually having a lot of fun doing the speed run. And do I need to incorporate some of these rules into the speed run? Because right now there are no rules in the speed run other than I can't cheat. Look at him. He's already sleeping. Wake up. So let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next episode. So until then, have a good one.